Hey everyone, I know I haven't made a video in like a week and a half or maybe longer, I don't know. I've been extremely busy, but today's Thanksgiving and I thought I'd go ahead and just share some really great things that God's been doing in my life, and how He has provided for me. And just this past week, I have been a complete wreck in a good way. In a good way. I've been completely wrecked with God's goodness and His faithfulness and His love for me, that it's so mind blowing to just see God's goodness in my life after going through such a terrible storm the past few years. I would say it got better like around fall of last year. But with all of that to say, I wanted to quickly read a psalm. Psalms 100 verse 4, it says, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving, go into his courts with praise, give thanks to him and praise his name." I am just going to read the entire psalm. So, verse 1, it says, "Shout with joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him singing with joy. Acknowledge that the Lord is good. He made us and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Go into his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good, his unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation." So real quickly, I want to say this was maybe about a few weeks ago. It was on a Sunday. I hadn't been home in like a week, and on this day, I think I was coming back from church and I just was like, God, because there's something that I need and it cost a lot of money. And I was just like, Lord, God, if you can give me $2,000, like I need $2,000. I need it. And if you can't give me $2,000, then $1,000, and I will somehow figure out the rest. And I kept it short. It wasn't a very long prayer. And the next day, somebody randomly sent me $2,000 through Zelle. And when I looked at my phone and I saw the amount of money, my mind was blown. I ran into my bedroom. I called my dad immediately because when things like this happen, I always want to share it with those that I love the most so that they can see the goodness of God in my life. And I called him and I told him, "Dad, you're not going to believe this." And I'm telling him the story, how I prayed and someone just owed me $2,000 right now. And my dad was like, "Wow." And I'm like, "Dad, I want to cry. And he's like, "Well, then cry." And I began to cry. And I couldn't stop crying because of the goodness of God. And like even now, I am extremely so thankful for the Lord and for the things that He has done in my life. And the things that I've been seeing that have been taking place in my life, especially, have been so beautiful. And that was it. And this just a couple days ago, let me see, when was it? I went to go get my nails done. I went to one of my favorite nail salons. I have like 2 different nail salons that I go to. It's crazy. I go to one specifically for like my fingernails and then the other for a pedicure. I feel like the nail salon that does my pedicure, they massage me longer and they kind of do like these hot rocks and they'll rub my legs with them, and they're just so nice to me. I don't know, I just love that place. And plus it's by like one of my favorite coffee spots, and I love it because I get like my favorite chai and it's just like a treat to me. It's like an awesome day to me. But I went to go get my fingernails specifically done, and before I went there, I went to Target to get a like holiday card to give to the owner. I wanted to bless her children as well with a Starbucks card, so I got 2 Starbucks cards, and I just wanted to be a blessing to them because of how they've treated me and how kind they've been to me. And so I went to get my nails done and got them done. They look amazing. Like, I love them so much. They're just so beautiful and pretty. After I was getting ready to pay $52 just to get my nails done, and the owner said, "You're good. Don't worry about it. You're all good to go." And I was like, what? I was so happy, and I was like, this is the best birthday. This is the best Christmas present ever. Like, I got my nails done. Like, I appreciate it so much. And I was like, oh God, thank you so much. Like, I wasn't expecting to not pay. And I was blessed. And after that, because there's Starbucks nearby, I ended up going to Starbucks to get me my favorite Apple Crisp non-dairy cream chai. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend. It's so good. And as I approached the window, I sat there for like a good minute. And the guy came. I was getting ready to pay. Like, I had my card in my hand, and he just handed me my drink, and he's like, "You're good to go. You don't have to pay." Or he said, "You don't have to pay. You're good." Yeah, he said that. I'm like, what? Like, in my head, like, I'm literally like dumbfounded. Like, I'm like, really? I'm like looking at him like, what just happened? Like, I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, you're good. Happy Thanksgiving, blah, 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 whatever. And so I ended up driving away. It was a cloudy day that day, and I ended up putting sunglasses on because after that, I wept like a baby. I could not stop crying. And I was like, God, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What have I done to deserve this? What have I done? I am not worthy. Why? God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, God. Thank you so much. And I cry all the way home. Like, I legit cried all the way home. I couldn't stop crying. And I called my sister, and to share the good news with her, I text my dad, and my dad was like, uh-oh, what happened now? And I'm like, Dad, I'm texting him. I was just blessed. I didn't have to pay for my manicure, and I didn't have to pay for my Starbucks drink. And he's like, wow, God must be on your side. And I was like, yeah, he is. And I started crying, and I was like, God. But this whole entire week, I've just been so grateful, and I've been like just constantly praying and just telling him how grateful I am. And even last night, I think I was up until maybe midnight or 1 in the morning, because I was at the Herberger Theater doing some stuff there. And I just like, before I went to sleep, I was praying, and I was like weeping my eyeballs out for the things that he's been doing in my life. It's just amazing. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you guys have a lovely time with your family. And I pray that, you know, that the goodness of God would start showing in your life, so that you may tell people of his goodness and his love. And I speak blessings over you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.